All right, so normally here at Real Men Real Style, I keep things positive, but today I'm gonna rant. I'm gonna talk about brands that piss me off. So let me be clear. There's a difference between a brand that does something that I just don't like, that annoys me, versus a brand that's being malicious. And let's talk about the ones that are annoying. When it comes to Facebook, yes, they take and they sell my information. But we all know that if you're on Facebook, they're going to do that. Walmart, okay, they have bad customer service. Walmart really has no customer service, and we should expect that because they're the low-cost provider. Goldman Sachs, I mean, everyone makes them evil because they try to make money. McDonald's, another business that kind of annoys me, but I can't really hate them because, hey, they are in the business of fast food, not healthy food. So what actions could a company take, in my opinion, that I would view it as malicious, as evil? Well, guys, I've got 4 of them. I'm going to give examples of each of them. So guys, you ready? Let's get into it. Reason number 1 that I hate certain companies, they abuse my information. And there's a difference between when you voluntarily give your information to a social media service. But there are companies out there that collect your information without you knowing and they sell it. Equifax or Experian, these other ones that collect it and then they've got sometimes wrong information on you and it's very difficult to get changed, but that's the frustrating thing and what drives me nuts, and I hate it that these companies then go make a big mistake and we've got to pay them money to then get this fixed. Things like this just drive me nuts. Reason number 2, I hate certain companies, they've got a monopoly. So I'm not even going to start talking about AT&T. I'll talk about my local phone service, and I like the people. Very nice people. But the problem is that I get basic fiber service at my house and here at my office, and I pay almost $300 a month for that service. And that's quite a bit of money to pay for basic, what I view as basic internet service. And they do this because they've got a monopoly. I hate it whenever I am stuck in a monopoly system and I'm just getting, I feel bent over a barrel. Reason number 3 that I would hate a company, if it deceived me and hurt me and did not offer to make restitution. So Wells Fargo, I had a family member with them and they did have a fake account created. Wells Fargo apologized, made them whole. They decided to stay with Wells Fargo. I have a friend, he bought a diesel vehicle from Volkswagen and for him, it was just too much. He returned it, Volkswagen did what they did. The people I felt did a great job, but when it came down to it, he decided he's leaving that brand. He will never buy another vehicle from them. Me personally, I had an issue with insurance. When I first brought my family to this country, we actually were denied coverage for them because of some loophole that I was told was not an issue. All I know is that I felt that I was taken advantage of because I had paid a premium for 6 months. If you deceive someone and you don't try to make it right, they're gonna hold it against you. I know I do. Now let's talk about denial, and I'll talk about why this makes me hate a company. When I see denial, I see a lack of leadership. Companies are going to make mistakes. They are occasionally going to have security go on an airplane and drag people off. But the issue is a lack of leadership. When you see these CEOs, these leaders of companies that are not willing to go out there and say, you know what? This is on me. Yes, I could blame it on security. I could blame it on the 7 layers between me and what happened, but I am the CEO. The buck stops with me. Poor leadership in companies, it just frustrates me because I'm sure there are great people in a lot of these companies, and you know I'm talking about the airlines. Now, I've got no issue with the hardworking people at these airlines. I've flown United and American, but it frustrates me when I see the leadership, the CEOs, the guys at the top executive level, all kind of pushing the blame off. And to me, it's frustrating and almost makes me look to choose another airline. Now I know a lot of you guys clicked on this video because you want to hear me talk about a menswear brand that I hate. Sorry to disappoint you. It's not going to happen. Why? Well, I've looked at over 1,000 different brands. I've been to hundreds of stores. And yes, there have been companies that I really don't like the product. I think it's cheap and they're selling it for too much. At this point, I give them feedback. I try to help these guys because with all these guys creating these companies, I find that they're really positive people trying to go out there and yes, make a living, make a buck, but more of them are actually trying to make a difference, create something that's going to change the world. That's going to be their ticket to success and help them put a mark on the map. So I don't know if you know, out of 50 companies that approach us, I only work with 1 out of 50. Less than 2% of the companies that we talk with and we engage with do we decide to work with because, okay, this company has their stuff put together. On the business side, they can deliver, they can ship out. The product is great. So after we look at all of this, we actually select good companies. And I've got a no whole rule, so I don't even work with companies. If I don't like the CEO, if I don't think that they actually stand for something I stand for, then I don't work with them. When you're out there looking at companies that are bad, that are evil, you're giving them a lot of crap, I know, for their bad customer service. Understand that oftentimes there's a human being behind it. Here at Real Men Real Style, I have my way of doing business. And I can tell you, I stand for you. I stand for helping men use clothing as a tool to get what they want out of life. And I would love to hear from you guys. I love learning from you guys. And that's it. Take care. I'll see you in the next video.